What is up, YouTube? Just another real quick video to share with you guys as the restoration project commences on the two SeaDoo RXs. So like I said in the episode 1 when I was giving you guys the breakdown, so we've got the Millennium Edition over here in the black and red. That's the 2000 model, hence the Millennium Edition. And then over here we've got the 01 RX DI, and the engine's nice and clean on this guy. And I mean, they're both the 951, so they're both two-stroke, literally the same engine, except this one has direct injection, so it doesn't have a carburetor. So a little bit different, a little bit more electronics on this one, and you know, the one over there is just the traditional 951 carbureted, which coincidentally is the same one on that XP that you can see peering out on the other side of the garage. Now, the first thing that I wanted to show you guys how to do, if you do find yourself doing one of these restorations on these old skis, so I did this on purpose so I could show you before and after without actually going through and doing it real time. So this is what happens to these old SeaDoo traction mats. You know, I think when they first put them on there, they were a lot more pliable, a lot more you know, rubbery and soft, of course, and over the years these things just harden out, and what happens is, you can see, they start bowing, and it just, to me, doesn't look good. Now you could put some of that dressing on them to get the black to really shine through, but as soon as you take it out, and probably one trip to the lake, it's going to go away anyway. Plus it might make it slick, you'll get shit all over your feet. So the best way is just to yank these old ones off and put on some brand new traction mats. From what I've been using is Blacktip, and let me show you guys an example of some of these traction mats from Blacktip before I sell these, because these two skis are going out to my buddy next week. So here's one example of a Blacktip traction mat, and this one is on the Yamaha. This is a 2003 Yamaha XLT 1200. So love the pattern in this, you know, just literally double-sided tape, so it just sticks down. Same thing over here with the XP. I go under my charging cable here. Blacktip on the XP, same idea. Just nice, clean, you know, brand new rubber. Got the nice Blacktip logo. To me, this is definitely the way to go, and it really, you know, adds a refreshed new look to your ski. So one of the questions that you might have is, you know, how do you get these things off? Because they're riveted on, and you can see, for an example, like here's a leftover rivet. So the easiest way that I found to get these out is literally just a hammer and a large flathead screwdriver. And what you do is you literally just go up under the edge and try to align. See if I can do this without the screwdriver going everywhere. But if you align this actual screwdriver head with the rivet and give it a couple pops, it pops right up. So hopefully you guys saw that. Now the reason why I wanted to show you is not only does it pop it up, but it breaks it, and it gives you a nice flush surface, so that when you get ready to do your sanding, you're not having to grind down any of those rivet heads. So I missed that one over there. I actually just popped it through the old rubber, so I'll just take this flathead over there and pop it free. But once you get this off, you can see now you have a nice surface to clean up. Obviously this will have to be cleaned up and sanded and the full 9, but that's how you get these traction mats up really easily. And it's just a real quick job. It took me on that Millennium Edition probably, I don't know, 10 minutes. So a real quick project to actually get those old traction mats up and get ready for the new ones. So what I'm doing today is just getting that all cleaned up. I'm probably going to take the graphics off and get everything ready for sanding. Alright guys, so got all the old traction mats off. You can see they're just you know, really hard rubber at this point. I mean, they just almost just break in half from the years of being out in the sun. So those are going in the trash, and here's the two skis completely stripped down as far as the traction mats are concerned. The next thing I'm going to do, probably before I mess with the graphics, is go ahead and clean them up a little bit. There's a lot of debris and, you know, all that stuff that was underneath the traction mats. I'm going to get all that good and clean and get the water, you know, out of the footwells. That's the only thing that's annoying about these things. Unless you have the ability to have a really sharp incline, it's really tough to get all the water to drain. So Probably gonna have to siphon out that water, scoop it out, just so I've got a nice, you know, clean and dry surface. Carefully remove the Millennium Edition decal. It's actually an emblem. We'll see. There's a little chip on that piece. I may carefully try to remove this with some, probably a piece of fishing twine and the heat gun, and I may reuse this, and then again, I may not. Looks like the further I look, there's actually some of this chrome that's chipping off, you know, right here. So probably, now that I think about it, I'm probably just gonna scrap that, and if I can find a Millennium Edition online somewhere, like maybe eBay, I'll throw it back on there. If not, you know what, it just won't say Millennium Edition. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them cleaned up, and we'll do another clip and another, you know, episode. Another thing while we're here is I actually ordered the blue hand grip. I think I mentioned that earlier on. So this one is, as you can tell, is completely faded and needs to be replaced anyway. So I'm gonna take this thing off, throw it away, replace it with the blue, so that way you'll have a blue hand grip and a red hand grip, so the skis will, you know, match, because you got the blue up top and gray on that hood. So should look good when it's all done. So that's it for this quick video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, real quick progress update. This is probably all I'm gonna do today. Definitely got them cleaned up, got all the OEM old dry hard traction mats up, as you saw earlier. Also got the seats off, you know, they're down here. I'm just waiting on the covers to recover those. A couple other things that I've done is taken apart the handlebar mechanism to where, you know, this is free because I'm going to recover this. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with regards to the trigger and whether or not I do another like BMX style handlebar setup for these RXs. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, before I sell this XP, this is what I mean. So really cool handlebar setup. I think it came out really good. Love the look. It's definitely different. So I may do that, or I may salvage the original plastics, which are right down there. Probably once I put some dressing on them and really clean those really well, they'll definitely come back black. But again, haven't decided if I'm going to reuse them. The only reason why I would is, if you look right here, so this is where you've got your set and your mode buttons for the information center, as you see there. So there's two buttons there. I would have to figure out a way to mount onto some sort of BMX style setup. So that's two things. And we zoom out here. The other couple things you'll notice, so that's those two things that we just talked about. So the mode and the set, those are the buttons for those. And on the Millennium Edition, because it's not fuel injected, it does have a carburetor. So now you have the choke cable and you have the key, right? Now on the XP, what I did, I'm not gonna crawl on this trailer to get over there, but hopefully if I zoom, you can see well enough. And basically all I did was trimmed that piece off on the plastic, and actually I have it zip tied through the bolts. So it works really well, because really all it is for your key to hang on and the choke. You know, I could always do that with these, then I just would have to figure out a way to have the mode and set somewhere. So the more I think about it, the more I'm leaning towards just going back OEM with these rather than doing the BMX style. But time will tell, I may change my mind. So yeah, so still got a little bit of touch-up work. I just took the grab handles off. Obviously that needs to be cleaned. I still have to remove all the graphics, and then it's going to be time for sanding and paint. So definitely excited about the progress so far. Really looking forward to getting these on the water. So thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. And in episode 3, because we're on episode 2 now, so this is the first work I've actually done on them. So in episode 3, probably what I'm going to do there is focus on getting the graphics off and deciding what I'm going to do about the handlebars. And then the sanding, I'll go through potentially an episode all its own. And then of course the painting, I want to make sure I show you guys exactly what I use for paint. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. Stay safe, have a great day, and stay tuned for the next video.